We're going to start right in with a couple of upbeat, lively, joyful songs. And partly because what a good thing to do, and partly because I've really been dwelling with the whole feeling of fear this week, the many fearful things that are circulating through our culture and through our bloodstreams and through our communities. And I don't need to even name the things that have been going on. I think I won't right now, but you can all fill in what is on your heart. So I just really wanted to offer a program tonight that has healing in it, that has medicine in it. And the title of the evening is Herd Immunity Through Singing. And we're going to build up our emotional, physical, and psychological immune systems tonight. So that's what it's about. So I think some upbeat, joyful, real stuff songs will be just a really nice place to start. So this is a wonderful song about the early healers, the ancient healers and the current healers, who were known as Wiccans at one point, women who knew the woods and they knew the herbs and they knew about healing on many, many, many levels. And they lived for hundreds and hundreds of years throughout Europe and in other forms in Africa and Asia. Anyway, so we're going to celebrate them today as the healers that we probably need the most right now. So get out your lyrics if you've got them and sing with me, Who Were the Witches? Who were the witches? Where did they come from? Maybe your great-great-grandmother was one. Witches were wise, wise women, they say. And there's a little witch in every boy and girl today. Used to be women, but I just wanted to really include all those youngins coming up, because who knows what kind of psychic energy they're bringing in. I can't wait to see. Witches knew all about flowers and weeds, how to use all the roots and the leaves from the trees. People grew weary from hard working days. Witches made them feel better in so many ways. Who were the witches? Where did they come from? Maybe your great-great-grandmother was one. Witches were wise, wise women, they say. And there's a little witch in every boy and girl today. And as a fairly new doula, I particularly love this verse. Women had babies, the witches were there to hold them and help them and give them some care. Witches knew how stories of how life began. Don't you wish you could be one? Well, maybe you can. Who were the witches? Where did they come from? Maybe your great-great-grandmother was one. Witches were wise, wise women, they say. And there's a little witch in every boy and girl today. Some people thought that the witches were bad. Some people were scared of the power they had. The power to help and to heal and to care isn't something to fear. It's a treasure to share. Let's sing it. Who were the witches? Where did they come from? Maybe your great-great-grandmother was one. Witches were wise, wise women, they say. And there's a little witch in every boy and girl today. There's a little witch in every boy and girl today. Yay! Woo! Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Somebody commented on somebody's hat. Now I have to go look. Oh, Carla. Thank you. There is a look. If you go into gallery, look at Carla. She's got it. Let me see if I can pin your video for a minute. Yeah, here we go. There you are. Thank you. Thank you. When I teach this song to children, as I do. And Bonnie, of course, Bonnie Lockhart wrote it. I've got to say that. And I think Carla is now unpinned. Am I right? We back to gallery? Nope, here we go. Okay. Anyway, so Bonnie wrote it, I think, because of the terrible representation of the Wiccans in Halloween and how Halloween has distorted, the history of women and many other distortions of disabled people and, you name it. I mean, it's all good fun, but at some point you got to set the record straight. So that's where this song came from. Now, I'm going to do one of my new favoriteest songs. This song appeared at the end of that pre-recorded video that I made you all a few weeks ago when I couldn't be here. And I'd love to see a show of hands of who actually watched that video. I'm curious who took a look. Yeah, some of you took a look. And I'm going to go over to the second page. Yeah. Well, if you haven't had a chance yet, I think it's really quite worth the time. And I got some super nice feedback about it. It's got some short videos of my travels singing with women and children in Africa and Asia a few years ago. It's got a little known concert footage from about 10 years ago. And then this song was the grand finale at the end. And I like it so much, I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to get the words up for me. You don't need them because you get to be the echo. I love this kind of song because you can do one easy thing over and over. You don't need words. And the song still gets to weave a story and kind of build some language. It doesn't have to be too simple. All right, so your line is very simple, and it is, I'm gonna wear my mask. We won't even rehearse it because you're gonna get it so fast. Every time I go outdoors, I'm gonna wear my mask. Shopping at the grocery store, I'm gonna wear my mask. You see how it goes? Really simple, try it. Every time I go outdoors, I'm gonna wear my mask. Shopping at the grocery store, I'm gonna wear my mask. You got it. Walk my dog around the block, I'm gonna wear my mask. If my neighbor stops to talk, I'm gonna wear my mask. Here's the chorus. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. It's really not too big an ask. I'm gonna wear my mask. Let's sing it. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. It's really not too big an ask. So I'm gonna wear my mask. Grandkids visit, but I won't hug. I'm gonna wear my mask. It hurts my heart, but it's an act of love. I'm gonna wear my mask. My aging mother I will visit. I'm gonna wear my mask. I love her face, but I won't kiss it. I'm gonna wear my mask. Here we go. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. Saving lives is where it's at. I'm gonna wear my mask. Let's sing it. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. Saving lives is where it's at. So I'm gonna wear my mask. I just ignore the right-wing chatter. I'm gonna wear my mask. Out here marching for Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna wear my mask. That's right. Till we've got health care for us all, I'm gonna wear my mask. Till we tear down every wall, I'm gonna wear my mask. All right. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. Don't know how long this will last, but I'm gonna wear my mask. Let's sing that. I'm gonna wear my mask. Sing it loud. I'm gonna wear my mask. Don't know how long this will last, but I'm gonna wear my mask. And here's the last one. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. Don't tell me it's too big a task. Just put it on. We all gotta wear our mask. That's so fun. I love that one. That did my immune system a big good thing right then. Somebody asked for the lyrics. They were sent out with your invitation, with the Zoom link. If you didn't get it, just drop me a little note in the chat with your email and I'll send them to you. Okay, all right. So that's the That's that little upbeat intro part. And it feels like it creates a nice foundation energetically to then go a little deeper and do a little bit of centering and arriving more deeply in our bodies, in our hearts, just finding the space to open a little bit more. Before we do that, since no one, I guess, is up for doing a land acknowledgement, I'll last call on that if anybody would like to offer that. Oh my God, it's
I'm
Jyoti.
happy to do it again if no one else
I
wants.
would love to have you do it, Marcy. I just have to say goodbye to Jyoti Leela. Jyoti, I can't believe you're here. Thank you. Good
Thank you.
namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Very nice to see you. Yes, please, Marcy. I'd love to have you do it.
So Betsy asked me to move to a different region today. I live in Berkeley, so last week I acknowledged the land where I live, which is Ohlone land, which was called Huichin. Is there anyone here today who's in Marin or Southern Sonoma County? Raise your hand. I don't see anyone, but that's what I researched, so I'm going to focus on that land. What we now call Marin County and Southern Sonoma County were home to the Coast Miwok people for thousands of years. We honor those who were here before us and their descendants who are rightfully reclaiming their ancestral lands. We offer gratitude to the original stewards of this land and to the land itself.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Marcy. I spend a lot of time in Marin, so the coastal Miwok presence is very strong there. Yeah. So, what I'd like to invite you all to do now is if you brought a candle and you haven't lit it yet, to light it and bring it within arm's reach if you can. I've got to get my candle up here. And we're going to do a little bit of a dedication together, and then I'm going to lead a short meditation or grounding that just relates pretty specifically to managing fear or just any triggering that brings up anxiety and kind of takes over. And I don't know, every time I hear the word election, I just get this like, you know, this is not my favorite word right now. So if you have your candle, please light it. And then rather than, there's so many things that have happened just in the last 2 weeks that we might want to commemorate, losses we might want to commemorate, people gone that we might want to say something about. But rather than me do the naming, I thought this would be a beautiful time for you all to be part of that. So if there is a person or a condition or a situation that you carry in your heart, maybe has some weight to it, and you'd like to offer your candle to that person or that situation, I think what I'll invite you to do is just lift your candle and shine it on your screen if you'd like to speak, and I'll call on you. I think that might be an easy way to do it. I see Marcy would like to say something. Please, Marcy.
Yeah, I'd like to just say a prayer for my friend Roselle, who is suffering from terminal cancer among many health conditions right now. And just want to send some love and light and healing to Roselle.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And we can just hold it together for a moment. Is there anyone else who'd like to honor some situation in our world that's been maybe bringing up some fear or some distress? I'm sure whatever you're thinking of, probably a lot of us are thinking of. Yes, Jude, please.
Being in the family continuously, a lot of things rub the wrong way. How we are at this point,
Yeah,
getting on each other's nerves.
yeah.
So may the Lord give us the strength, to put up with all this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for bringing that in. Let's just raise our candles for all the families, especially now that school is trying to start and the poor teachers and parents and kids. It's just very, very difficult. So, a moment of sending love and light to all the families. Jude, I think you wanted to.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring Chadwick Boseman into the circle. I didn't know as much about him as I've been reading since he died. And I know that he was such an important figure for so many people, especially African Americans. I have friends who saw the movie like Black Panther 7 or 8 times, and I saw heard about all the other movies he was in. And I just want you to bring him in because he's been an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, let's really hold our gratitude for this incredibly gifted human being, African American, decent, wonderful human being. Thank you. Yes, Chia.
I'd just like to suggest listening to the commencement address he gave in 2008
Yeah,
online. It's
yeah.
oh,
It's wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
at Howard. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. So maybe one or two more, Shari. Need to unmute, Shari.
Sorry, it took me a while.
All right.
I attended our monthly homeless coalition meeting today, and I felt very teary because we're just on the verge of evictions and people, many more people on the street, and we already have way too many, and there aren't the resources. And I'm so frustrated and sad that sheltering people is not a higher priority in our culture.
Absolutely.
Human beings should not be living outdoors. And I'm just so frustrated. So I would like to offer a prayer for those people that are trying to help.
Mm. Mm. Thank you. Okay. Maybe one more? Is there anyone with a last? Is that Carla? Are you wanting to speak? I can't tell what you're raising there. It's not quite a candle, but it looks like you want to say something. But you do need to, there you go.
This is Liberty's torch.
That's right. That's right.
It's made out of tissue paper and a tube and a flashlight.
Wonderful. Practical.
Anyway, this week the Indigenous Film Festival is going on free online. And this whole week is about women's empowerment. So I'd like to lift up all the missing and murdered Indigenous women
Thank you.
all over the continent.
Thank you. Yeah, and this is a lot to take in. I mean, we really are kind of opening up that space that it feels like some of the week my energy goes toward avoiding this space because it's just a lot, and we can't be present to everything all the time. I can't anyway. So this is, I know we're opening up a space here, but we're going to sing through it and breathe through it and hold it with our collective energy.
But yeah, Lori had her hand up.
Yeah, I saw that. Lori, where are you? Do you want to unmute and speak your blessing? This will be our last one.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an email from Black Leaders Organizing communities in Milwaukee, and very connected to many people of color. And we talk about racism and we know it's bad. What Angela Lang, the director, said was, if you're feeling sick to your stomach about what happened to Jacob Black, you feel a fraction of what Black people feel every day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd like to send some healing to all those people who don't have the privilege that white people have, so that we hold them, because it's brutal and they need to be held.
Thank you, Lori. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yes. And we're also going to move toward action later in the evening, not literally action, but kind of the part of healing, the part of resilience that is activism, because it is a powerful force against paralysis of fear and the despair that is so easy to feel. So Lori, you've kind of pointed in that direction already, I think, for me. So I want to just start a song together that is very, very simple It's a prayer, and I think it's a great way to deepen a little bit together now. It goes like this. Oh, peace deep and divine, enter this heart of mine. Oh, peace sweet and sublime, enter this heart of mine. Just try that, very simple. Oh, peace deep and divine, enter this heart of mine. Oh, peace sweet and sublime, enter this heart of mine. And here's the next part. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Try that. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti is the Sanskrit word for peace. Oh, peace. So in the spirit of prayer, I really invite you to open your heart, open your mouth, let the sound carry the passion in your heart, the love in your heart, and let it awaken that. So give yourself fully to the breath and the vibration that it creates, and don't be shy. Oh, peace deep and divine, enter this heart of mine. Oh, peace sweet and sublime, enter this heart of mine. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, peace deep and divine, enter this heart of mine. Oh, peace sweet and sublime, enter this heart of mine. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's do that again. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And just staying with that energy, just allow yourself to move into your body a little more fully. Maybe let your posture be a little more upright for a moment so you can feel the length and the strength of your spine, the dignity of your being. And just allow the breath to do what it's doing. It's probably breathing a little more deeply because singing asks that of us. And just see where the place of rest is in you right now. Maybe it's in your belly, maybe it's in your heart. If you're not quite sure where you are with your body, sometimes it can be nice to just put your hand on your heart, just touch yourself, and that touch brings a great deal of calm to it. Just that. So just a few easy breaths, and try breathing a longer out breath than the in breath. So maybe a count of 4 on the in breath and a count of 6 on the out breath. The longer out breath is a very calming way to soothe and calm the nervous system. Just let it all the way out, right down to the last whisper. So the next time you hear something disturbing or see something in your inbox that is disturbing, and you feel that agitation, that familiar, oh boy, it's whatever, fight, fear, flight, freeze, it's whatever happens when our instincts get triggered. Fear is a very primal instinct. Another way of breathing, if you're very agitated, and this is something that they teach firefighters and police officers, I wish they did it more, it's what's called box breathing. And that is a deep 4-count breath in, and then holding it for 4, and then releasing it for 4, and then holding the release, holding the emptiness for 4. So just to feel what that's like. You may not need it now, but in times of trouble it may come back to you. Try doing the box breathing. So breathing in for 4 counts, nice and slow. And then holding for 4. Releasing slowly for 4. And holding at the end for 4. Why don't we do 2 more of those? Take your time. And the last piece of the many somatic practices that are being articulated and offered now to people around trauma and fear is humming. Who knew? I knew, but who knew that humming is a very, very centering, calming, grounding. So let's hum together this beautiful melody that we just sang. Humming lightly, lips lightly closed. You feel a little vibration in your lips and maybe up in your nose, down in your throat. That's a good thing. Enjoy it. this heart of mine. Oh, oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone. So last week, those of you who were here last week, the fires were still very much on our minds, and there was hurricanes forming in the southeast. And so we sang a wonderful classic folk song by James Taylor, Fire and Rain. And I got a lot of comments about how good it felt to sing an old, familiar song from a different time in our lives, a time that probably for some of us was simpler and more tender and innocent in a way. And so I thought tonight, again, in the midst of all that's going on, another song that's kind of a song of refuge from the good old days would be Up on the Roof. Maybe I heard it on the radio recently and thought, oh God, we should sing that. I did send you the lyrics, but you probably know it. So let's just do it. Thank you, Carole King. Thank you, the Drifters, who made it famous. When this old world starts getting me down, and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof, it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below can't bother me. Let me tell you now, when I come home feeling tired and beat, I go up where the air is fresh and sweet. I get away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roof's the only place I know where you just have to wish, where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. So in case you don't know the words, let's just do a little round of do 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 do. In jazz they call it scat singing, but I just call it do do do. And kind of improvise such a familiar tune, so just let your voice go. Take a risk, go somewhere you've never gone before. Nobody's gonna hear you. Do 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 do. I can tell you're having fun. Do 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 do. Yeah, that was great. At night the stars, at night the stars put on a show for free. And darling, darling, you can share it all with me. Keep it telling you they're right smack dab in the middle of town. I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. If this world and this world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof, up on the roof. Oh, darling, up on the roof. Just play with it, improvise. Oh, baby, come on up on the roof. Up on the roof. Yeah. I loved watching you do. Have any of you ever lived in a building where the roof was flat and you could go up on it? I have. Yeah, we city dwellers probably mostly are the ones who know about that. I remember having some parties up on our roof. What a bad idea that was. Back in the days when we were smoking stuff and drinking stuff and up on the roof. But, oh God, what a great refuge. Yeah. Oh, that was so nice. So I thought of a song that I wrote so long ago. It was in 1992. Let me see if I can get it up here. Hold on. I have these. These are for me. I'm trusting that you all are just going to hang in there with what I've sent you. So this song, the story in this song was during the AIDS epidemic. And I was working as an artist in residence through the California Arts Council with the Shanti Project. People remember the Shanti Project, which was a wonderful organization started by largely gay men and probably lesbians as well, to offer support of all kinds for people living with AIDS, HIV. Early days, in the early days when it was unknown, people didn't know what they were dealing with, and the doctors didn't know what it was, and young people were dying, and it was just a horrifying time. I know you all remember it, especially if you lived in the Bay Area. So I was singing with folks living with HIV AIDS, and I thought of it tonight because of this theme of herd immunity and just the deep fear of where this virus may go or may not go, and some of the difficulty of being an American right now with our government. And this song came to me. It's one that I wrote for my friend Fran Peavy. Now, does anybody remember Fran Peavy? All right. Author of Heart Politics, A Shallow Pool of Time, one of my dear friends and mentors. She and Joanna Macy were just incredibly vital leaders. To this day, of course, Joanna is, but this was back in the late 80s and 90s. Vital leaders around integrating heart and psychology with political activism. It seems like a no-brainer now, but it was not the given back then, and they really pioneered it. Okay, so Fran tested positive for HIV. Don't know how, don't know why. I don't even know if she'd had any transfusions. She might have, but it was a devastating piece of medical news. And she, being the incredible person that she was, just got on with her life. She said, I am not going to become the poster child for articulate world talking about HIV. I'm just going to keep living the life I've always lived, which was incredible. And she did for a number of years. And then she had to go, and she was asymptomatic, and then she was going to travel internationally because she did that. And she was going to go to Australia or New Zealand, and they required a recent HIV test. So she was tested again, and she was negative. So the mystery, So good news all around. Nobody could figure out what it was. Could have been a false positive. We'll never know. So we had a big party. What do you do when a friend's death sentence has been removed? You have a party. So we had a party, and I wrote this song for it. So the chorus is in your music that I sent you. Okay, I gotta remember what key I do this in. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. So to Fran Peavy and everybody who is dealing with viruses right now in any way, shape, or form. Well, it might have been a boo-boo, just a bad day at the lab. Someone read the levels wrong and the news you got was bad. Common human error, and it puts you through some hell. You've been living with it all this time, and now they say you're well. Here's the chorus. Got the words? But was it just a cruel joke? Did the universe just blink We ponder and we marvel and we giggle and we think, but it's all just speculation. No one can ever tell. What the hell? We're glad you're well. So let's do that chorus one more time and at least get that last line. What the hell? We're glad you're well. And I just want to say that in a time where we are living with things ahead that may go very badly, they might. This song reminds me that not everything that looks bad goes bad. It's just really important to remember that the odds are always in the big universe of chance, probably around 50-50, you know? So this song helps me with that. Is it just a cruel joke? Was it just a cruel joke? Did the universe just blink? We ponder and we marvel and we giggle and we think, but it's all just speculation. No one can ever tell. What the hell? We're glad you're well. Again. What the hell? We're glad you're well. Yeah. Or maybe it's a miracle, a turn of fortune's wheel, that one chance in a million that your sentence is repealed. Science can't explain it. Doctors shake their heads. Was it simple grace and mercy, or something that you did? Or is it just a cruel joke? Did the universe just blink? We ponder and we marvel and we giggle and we think, but it's all just speculation. No one can ever tell. What the hell? We're glad you're well. Let's do that. What the hell? We're glad you're well. Well, I have to say that Fran had already survived brain cancer. She had already survived a mugging at knife point. And in the brain cancer, she was in a study they did of people who had terminal diagnoses to see who lasted and who didn't. And it was a will to live measurement of some kind, and she was like off the charts will to live. So just saying, attitude does matter. If anyone had 9 lives, Fran Peavy, you're the one. Old death has come a-knocking, and you sent him on the run. You looked down that golden tunnel and came back to our surprise. If it all comes down to will to live, well, Fran, you get the prize. Oh, is it just a cruel joke? Did the universe just blink? We ponder and we marvel and we giggle and we think, but it's all just speculation. No one can ever tell. What the hell? We're glad you're well. What the hell? We're glad you're well. Last time. What the hell? We're glad you're well. Yay. Woo. Oh, Fran Peavy. What a great soul. What a great soul. All right. Well, what we're going to do tonight is do one more song first. So I'm moving toward the other antidote. I may have told you this last week at Twilight and Vespers, but I was reading something about neuropsychologists. I'm always interested in that stuff. And they were saying that social isolation is really bad for our nervous systems, our immune systems, that we're really pack animals and we're really meant to bump up against each other and be at close quarters. And I think we know that. Nobody had to do science to tell us that. But that it actually lowers our immune system. And they said that the thing that raises our immune system, I mean, there's probably many things. We know singing is one of them, by the way, but is community and connection, however we can get it. But the other thing that rated very high was a sense of purpose. And that rings really true to me because these evenings help me maintain my sense of purpose in this world. I've been singing with people for decades and decades, and it's part of what makes me feel like myself, and feel useful in the world. And I know that people who've been cut off from their professions are having a really, really hard time because there's no place to express that part of you that gives and serves and has a meaning, has a purpose. So I do want to just shift into a little bit about action as purposeful, a purposeful immune boosting and general mood boosting activity. I want to say that Alexandria, I ran across this, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, my gal, says this: hope is a practice, a discipline. Instead of asking, where do we find hope? We should ask, how can we be hope in how we show up and live our life? How can we be hope in how we show up and live our life? It's a good question. I like that a lot. It's a little guiding light. And Clarissa Pinkola Estes, you remember, who wrote Dancing with Wolves? No, not Women Who Run with the Wolves. Sorry, Dancing with Wolves, something else. Women Who Run with the Wolves. She says, ours is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but in stretching to mend the part that is in our reach. Our task is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but in stretching to mend the part that is in our reach. So I know that many of you are stretching to mend something within your reach, and we're going to go into breakout rooms in a little bit, and you get to talk a little bit about that maybe. I know a women's Buddhist Sangha that I've mentioned several times. Several of you are here tonight with me. We are just starting a little collective election action project where we're going to get together and work with Vote Forward and Swing Left to do a big letter writing. They're doing a huge letter writing project. Many of you know about it. And they're really, there's Bené's holding up her letter. They're being super strategic about when to send them, who to send them to, whatever. There's a lot of super smart, committed people thinking about all this, and I need to remember that so I don't get too scared. So I'm going to do a little song with you about voting, and I don't think I've sung it before with you all. It's another one that's got a lot of echoes in it. You kind of have to be on your toes because you have to jump in with an echo quickly many times, but you'll love it and you'll get it. I wrote it first in 2012 after an election, I think, where we had Obama, but we lost the House, maybe in the Senate or something. It was a really depressing election. And then I wrote it again, revised it a little bit, but I revised it this year for this fall with a new verse about this very season we are in. So here we go. What you do is I sing like this. My hopes, and you sing it right after me. So just try that much. I'm voting my hopes. I'm voting my hopes. I'm voting my truth. I'm voting my truth. Right? So far, so good. Now don't echo yet. I'm voting with the women, the people of color, the workers and the youth. Workers and the youth. Right? Okay, let's just do that much. I'm voting my hopes. I'm voting my truth. I'm voting with the women, the people of color, the workers and the youth. Workers and the youth. I'm voting my faith. I'm voting my faith. Now don't echo. My faith in me and you. We're not there yet, but never forget what the people can do. What the people can do. You got it. I'm voting for the climate. Voting for the climate, the fate of the earth, for health and wellness, for everyone before and after birth, I'm voting for marriage, for one and all, if you're the marrying kind. I'm voting for choice, I'll use my voice, my heart and my mind, my heart and my mind. And then there's a little chorus, I'm voting my hopes. How about you? Let's get together, see what the people can do. Try that with me. I'm voting my hopes. How about you? Let's get together, see what the people can do. I'm voting my hopes, not listening to fear. There's just one planet, just one people, gotta make it work here, gotta make it work here. I won't be a cynic, saying don't even bother, they're all the same. We're flipping the script, They're flipping their lids. We're changing the game. We're changing the game. I'm voting my hopes. How about you? Let's get together. See what the people can do. And here's one just for this very moment. I'm voting this fall, 'cause people died for the right. They'll try to steal it, wheel and deal it, but we'll give them a fight. Give them a fight. I'll settle for Biden and then move on, 'cause we got much bigger fish to fry, like disrupting the system with courage and wisdom. Our eyes on the prize. Got that? I'm gonna do that one again. I like that verse so much. I'll settle for Biden and then move on, 'cause we got much bigger fish to fry, like disrupting the system with courage and wisdom. Our eyes on the prize, our eyes on the prize. Voting my hopes. How about you? Let's get together. See what the people can do. One more. I'm voting my hopes. How about you? Let's get together. See what the people can do. Yeah. All right. Yes. So did you get it? Could you find those echoes? That one goes by fast. Oh boy. Good. So I think what I'd like to do now is have you have the opportunity to talk to each other a little bit. And I had a couple of ideas about that. I did invite you to bring an object to the group that you find comforting from your home. I don't know if any of you saw that or thought of it. If you did, would you like to just hold your object up and kind of put it in your screen for a minute? I, of course, brought my mother, because that is just the greatest comfort of my life, past and present and future. There she is, Margaret Ostrander Rose. So that's my comfort. That grounds me. Comfort and grounding, like, helps you feel safe when you're not feeling so safe. So
This is my scripture. I keep my scriptures next to me.
There you go. Oh, it is. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, very super.
It's a Vedanta book, yes.
Yeah.
Almost like a Bible.
Yes, yes. And I see Madge is holding a beautiful picture of a mother and a baby. Maybe your mother, maybe. Yeah, probably your mother, Madge. Yeah.
The baby is my mother.
Oh, the
And,
baby is your mother. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
Oh.
the mother of her is my grandmother. Yeah.
Super. I think what I'd like you to do is, if something came up in your breakout that you'd like to share, could you put it in the chat? Especially actions you've been taking, things that help you with fear, help you recenter. These are really valuable group community sharing of immune system supplements. So let's be witches for each other. And just put it in the chat, and then you know how to save the chat. You just click on the chat down at the bottom. There's 3 little buttons. You click on the buttons. The first option is save chat. Okay. So, but while you're doing that, at your leisure, this is a new song I wrote this week, and it's very easy to sing. We've been so upbeat tonight, I just felt like I needed to settle a little bit. So here's how this goes. Let there be peace, peace in my heart. Let there be peace on earth. Try that with me. Let there be peace, peace in my heart. Let there be peace on earth. Love. Let there be love, love in my heart. Let there be love on earth. Let there be love, love in my heart. Let there be love on earth. Faith. Let there be faith, faith in my heart. Let there be faith on earth. Let there be faith, faith is so much. Let there be truth, truth in my heart. Let there be truth on earth. May we be safe. May we be safe, safe in our hearts, safe in our hearts. May all be safe on earth. May we be safe, safe in our hearts. May all be safe on earth. May we be free. May we be free, free in our hearts. May all be free on earth. May we be free, free in our hearts. May we be free on earth. How about just on ooh? Ooh is also very calming. Ooh, ooh, may I have peace. May I have peace, peace in my heart. May there be peace on earth. May I have peace, peace in my heart. May there be peace on earth. Talk, 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 talk. Okay, so I'm going to close tonight with some words from Shanti Devi, who is an 8th century Buddhist monk, very renowned Buddhist writer and conveyor of the Buddha Dharma, the great, beautiful teachings of inner and outer peace that the Buddha gave. And it's a prayer of the Bodhisattva, and the Bodhisattva is that one who has lived many lifetimes, has come back many times to do the soul work, to become a being that has evolved beyond the hindrances of greed, hatred, and delusion, beyond the poisons. And they could go on to other realms and not reincarnate again, but they choose to come back and continue to offer everything they can to others so that all may awaken together. So a bodhisattva is one who kind of doesn't have to be here, but chooses to be here. And, who knows, maybe we are all bodhisattvas, we don't know. But in terms of actions, we can absolutely act as bodhisattvas. So here's his prayer. We'll just close with this. May I be a guard for those who need protection. When I seek protection, may I find it and share it. For those who wish to cross to a further shore, may I be a boat, a raft, a bridge. May I be a lamp in the darkness for all who seek it. May that light be never extinguished from my own sight and my own heart. May I be a resting place for the weary and be healing medicine for all who are sick. May I know the salve of others for my own afflictions, whether of the body or of the mind or of the heart. As part of the boundless multitudes of living beings, may I bring sustenance and awakening, freedom from sorrow, and may I delight in our common existence. Holding most tenderly those with broken hearts, let us sit together in stillness.